Before you listen, put on your earphones, close your eyes, and don't make a sound. Imagine you're deep in the woods with your closest friends. No roads, no cell signal, just the fire crackling and shadows watching from the trees. You laugh until something laughs back. In these forests, voices lie. And once you hear your own echo whispering back at you, it's already too late. These are the stories of campers who were warned, but didn't listen. You're not just hearing what happened, you're living it. Let's begin. I didn't want to go on this trip. I said it at least 10 times while Eli drove us past the rusted sign that read, Black Pine National Forest, closed since 2007. Trespassing prohibited. Chill out, Noah, Eli laughed. It's not like they patrol this place. Maybe they should, I muttered, watching thick rows of pine trees close in on both sides of the dirt road. Rachel turned around in the passenger seat to look at me. Come on, a weekend away? No signal, no stress. You'll survive. I didn't respond. Something about this forest felt wrong. Like we weren't supposed to be here. Like we were already being watched. We parked at a dead-end clearing. The road had vanished beneath wild weeds and moss. No sign of any maintained trail. Just wilderness. Madison pulled out the old park map she'd printed from some hiker's blog. We're here. The ridge is about a 40-minute hike north. I slung my backpack over my shoulder and followed them in. But I couldn't shake the silence. No birds. No wind. Just trees. We reached the ridge around 5 p.m. The view was nice, but the atmosphere wasn't. Too quiet. The air smelled like wet bark and iron. Perfect place for murder, Eli joked as we pitched the tents. Rachel rolled her eyes. Don't jinx us. We made a fire and passed around beers. Eli told some dumb story about his cousin getting haunted at summer camp. Everyone laughed. I didn't. That night, long after everyone went to sleep, I lay awake. Then I heard it. A dragging sound. Slow. Heavy. Just outside the tent. I froze. My breath caught in my throat. Then came a whisper. You shouldn't be here. I didn't sleep at all. In the morning, I looked at the others. They seemed fine. None of you heard it. I asked, pouring stale instant coffee into a tin cup. Heard what? Rachel asked. Whispers. And dragging. Like something circling the tents. Eli snorted. You probably dreamed it, bro. But Madison looked unsure. I thought I heard something too. Movement. Maybe a coyote. We decided to explore anyway. The creek was about a mile east. That's when we saw it. The first symbol. It was carved deep into a thick pine tree. A circle with vertical claw marks slicing through it. Rachel took a photo. That's not vandalism. That's old. Then we found another. And another. On rocks. On tree trunks. Even on a rotting wooden sign that had no words left. Just the symbol. We returned to camp before sunset. That night, I felt eyes on me. Watching. Waiting. I heard something whisper my name. I got out of my tent and looked toward the trees. That's when I realized Rachel's tent was empty. We screamed her name. We searched for hours, flashlights swinging, boots crunching on dry twigs, panic thick in our throats. Rachel's backpack was found near the ridge. It was torn open and burned. The same carved symbol was branded into the fabric. No way she just wandered off, Madison said. Her hands were shaking. She was taken, I said. I'm telling you, something is out there. Eli tried to stay calm, but I saw the fear behind his smirk. We wait until morning. Maybe she comes back. That night, he didn't joke anymore. He went into the woods to gather more firewood. He didn't come back for 20 minutes. Then we heard him screaming. He stumbled back into camp, pale and bleeding from his arm. Something had grabbed him. It was tall, he panted. No eyes, just bark. He passed out. Madison checked his wound. It was full of tiny black splinters. Like wood. We should have left right then. But we didn't. Eli woke up hours later, feverish and mumbling. She's under the roots. It's feeding her. What? Madison asked, gripping his arm. Eli, what's feeding? She called it. The hollow one. He wasn't making sense. But one thing was clear. He was getting worse. I saw him at the tree lean that night. Not Eli. Something wearing his shape. Its arms too long. Its body creaked when it moved. I ran. When I returned to camp, Madison was gone too. Only Eli's tent remained, empty. Inside, the same burned symbol etched into the floor. I was alone. The woods weren't silent anymore. Now, they whispered. Voices surrounded me, always just behind my back. Branches snapped without footsteps. Symbols appeared on trees I hadn't even passed. I tried to run back to the car. It was gone. The clearing had changed. The road out was gone too. I don't know how many nights passed. My flashlight died. I stopped keeping track of time. Then one night, I saw them. Rachel, Eli, Madison. They stood near the ridge. Still, blank-eyed. Their skin was pale, their mouths open like they were screaming silently. And behind them, a figure made of bark, a crown of branches, hollow black eyes. It didn't move, but I knew. It saw me. I turned and ran. I tripped, fell hard, landed in a pit covered in leaves. When I opened my eyes, I realized where I was. A nest, roots and bones twisted together, dozens of shoes, backpacks, phones, all dead, all old. Something moved in the soil. I crawled up, screaming. I don't know how, but I ran for hours, never stopping, never turning around. Eventually, I saw the rusted sign again. Black Pine National Forest, closed since 2007. I collapsed on the road. They found me wandering near Route 28. Sunburned, dehydrated, covered in dirt. I told the police everything. They searched. Found nothing. No tents. No backpacks. No signs of Rachel, Eli, or Madison. Just empty woods. The ranger looked at me and said, Black Pine's been closed for 18 years. Fires wiped everything out. I checked the GPS location where we camped. It doesn't exist. I tried to move on, but sometimes I hear them calling me from the woods behind my apartment. Sometimes I wake up with dirt under my nails. And last week, on the mirror above my sink, the symbol was scratched into the glass. I don't think I ever left the forest. I think it's still inside me. Everyone in town knew about Camp Echo, abandoned since the 90s, shut down after the incident. No one ever said exactly what happened, just vague whispers of campers going missing and the forest swallowing them whole. But of course, we thought we were different. We were idiots. It was supposed to be a nostalgia trip. My friend Derek found a map read it from some urban explorer who claimed Camp Echo was still intact. So we went. Me, Logan, Derek, Vanessa, and Kaylee. One long weekend. For tents. Enough booze to forget we were trespassing. Day one was normal. We joked about ghosts, poked fun at the old cabins, and ignored the way the air felt wrong. That night, as we sat around the fire, I swear I heard it for the first time. A faint echo. Not of our voices, something else. It said my name, and it was coming from the woods. Derek found the tape player in an old bunkhouse, covered in moss, cracked in the middle. He held it up like a trophy. Look what the forest left for me. Vanessa grimaced. That thing's cursed, guaranteed. Derek pressed play. At first, just static. Then, day 3, still here. No one's answering the radio. They're not sleeping anymore. The echoes talk back. He shut it off and laughed. Fake. But that night, the echoes returned. We'd talk, and seconds later, we'd hear our own voices played back. But warped. Slower. Wrong. Like something was mimicking us. From deeper in the woods. We slept in the same tent that night. All 4 of us. No one wanted to be alone. The next morning, Vanessa was missing. Gone. No note. No footprints. Nothing. We searched the entire camp. Yelled until our throats were raw. But the only thing that answered was her voice, calling from the trees. But twisted, slurred, gurgling. Kaylee covered her ears and screamed. That's not her. Derek grabbed the recorder and hit play. It was her. A new recording. I saw it in the mirror. It doesn't wear a face. It wears yours. We should have left. But we stayed. We told ourselves she just wandered off. That we'd find her by sunrise. But deep down, we knew better. That night, Kaylee woke me up. Logan, she whispered. I heard you. I blinked. What? You were whispering outside my tent. I never left, I said. She turned white. Then who was it? I stepped outside and saw it. Me, standing just beyond the tree-line, mouth hanging open, head tilted, staring back at me. Then it ran. We found the burned cabin the next day. It wasn't on any map. Inside, charred walls still stood, and melted bunk beds lined the walls. In the center, burned into the wood floor. The third night isn't yours. We all looked at each other. Tonight was night 3. Kaylee started sobbing. We have to leave. Now. But the woods had changed. Paths disappeared. Compass spun wildly. No phone signal. We were trapped. Derek started talking to himself, whispering things under his breath, repeating the same sentence over and over. Don't answer the third echo. Don't answer the third echo. When I tried to stop him, he shoved me into a tree and ran toward the lake. Kaylee and I chased him. We found him knee-deep in the black water, staring at his reflection. It's not me anymore, he said, smiling. It's better. Then he sunk. He didn't come back up. Kaylee and I made it back to the camp. But everything was gone. Our tents, bags, even the fire pit. Like we were never there. Then the forest spoke. First my voice, then Kaylee's, then Vanessa's, then Derek's. All at once. Come see. Come be. You're all echoes now. Kaylee ran. A second later, I heard her scream, and her scream echoed back before it happened. I don't know how long I've been here. I found a mirror nailed to a tree. Every time I look into it, I see myself smiling, even when I'm not. I don't sleep anymore. The echoes don't let me. They feed on sound, on memory, on identity. I'm writing this in the last dry page of my journal, hoping someone finds it. If you do, don't come here. Don't camp an echo. And whatever you do, don't speak after the third echo, because if it answers, you're already gone.